I was just explaining to Kay, we're going to get started promptly in about 4 minutes. I'm not feeling my best all of a sudden. I was being hard headed today. So what I'm about to do is I am going to drop some hold on one second. I I'm going to drop some information and some things inside of the chat for you to have for all four of these sessions. Remember that this is going to be a 4-part series that excuse me, that we are going to be doing in the month of May. So I'm going to drop everything inside of the chat so you guys can have it. If you plan on building along with me, feel free to go ahead now and take this prompt that I'm going to give you and go ahead and start fixing it up for your own specific business. I would like for anyone who's not so shy to be a volunteer for me tonight as we build out. You guys will watch me build it out in real time. And I will give you everything that we are building so that you can go and tweak it to your own specific business as needed. So we will do that. I'm going to go on mute for just a second, grab me some water, make sure I have everything hooked up on my end, and then we're going to get started. All right, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Excuse me ahead of time, y'all. Down south of Holland and everything else has just been working on me for the last month, but we're gonna carry on for tonight. So tonight we are gonna be doing part one, class one of our four-part series, Build It with AI. And as you guys, some of you guys may know, if you don't already know, my name is Jasmine Shepherd. I am the owner of 9 to 5 Digital Sister, and we run the Facebook group online, She Sells and Scales Online Community. And this series came in part of some of the ideas that many of the members stated that they wanted to learn how to do in the month of May. So that's why I created this four-part series in showing you guys how to actually create some of the same tools in AI tools and apps and things like that that many of you are seeing floating around on social media. Back as we go throughout this AI journey, as you guys know, AI has been around for a long time now. But once before it started with, people were creating courses, and then people started creating the GPTs inside of Chat GPT, and AI just keep expanding and expanding. And one of the hot topics now, a lot of people are creating AI tools and apps to help simplify their business needs and to use those specific tools for digital product ideas. So tonight, in our first series, we're going to be talking about how to build out your own content and marketing tool. A lot of our members inside of the group constantly say that they struggle with content and marketing. So I am going to show you specifically different platforms on different ways that you guys can be creating out your own content and marketing tools. So, like I said, today I'm going to be showing you various platforms that you can use to actually create these specific tools. So I'm going to show you a couple of my favorite, and one of them, well, a couple of them are Claude and Canva. So I'm going to show you how to build a content and marketing tool live inside of Claude.ai. You can also take that specific prompt and build it inside of Canva. For those of you who are familiar with using Canva, the code tool inside of Canva to build your own version. Inside of the chat, I dropped a universal prompt that you guys can go ahead and start tweaking and filling it out specific to your own business needs. I also dropped inside of the chat your four-part series workbook that will go with these series as we go along. So once you guys fill that out, as I go through the first couple slides, I'm going to tell you some important things that you need to know about content and marketing. I feel like it's my duty to educate you on why you even need content and marketing in the proper ways to do it so that your content is live and thriving on social media so people can actually find you and your content will actually convert into sales. So once I finish with those couple slides, if someone has filled out that prompt, I'll ask you to drop into the prompt and I'll use you as my demonstration, and we're going to build it out real live in time. And then, like I said, at the end, I'm going to actually show you how you can actually use what you built tonight, use it for your own personal needs. And for those who are looking for an additional stream of income as a digital product, I'm going to also teach you how you can sell this as a digital product as well. Now, let's talk about a couple of tools that you can use to create these AI tools and apps that you see floating all around social media. So I'm not sure if many of you guys have heard of Claude.ai. Claude has been around for a couple years now, came back out around the CV19 time. So Claude is a great tool as well. It is getting better and better by the day as well. So with Claude, you are able to build live artifacts inside of Claude.ai. You can also use Canva. If many of you are on the Canva Pro plan, you guys should know that their Canva has a specific tool in there called Canva Code. So you are able to use Canva to build out your AI prompt features inside of there. Many of us know the behemoth that's been around for a very, very long time, ChatGPT. You are able to create your own GPTs and things inside of ChatGPT as well. Another popular one that I like, but it has been making some changes, but I will reference it, is Google AI Studio. If you are a Gmail user or Google user, this is already built inside of your capabilities of using Gemini. So Google AI Studio is another specific platform that is great to create these specific AI tools and prompts as well. And there's one more that I will mention. Now, like I said, out of these four right here, I have used all four of them to build out various things. It depends on whether I'm using it for my personal use or if I plan on selling it. And then now I'm going to explain to you exactly the features and benefits of each one. Okay, so I want you guys to be able to see the screen. Okay, so with Google AI Studio, this one you can build tools with prompts. You don't have to be specifically a coder to actually build out a prompt or a tool inside of Google AI Studio. Now, Google AI Studio is best for building your AI-powered tools and generators using a single prompt, just like how you would do inside of ChatGPT or anywhere else. You just build it out by simply giving clear directions with a detailed prompt, okay? Now, what you can do inside of Google AI Studio, like I said, you can build your AI tools and prompt generators inside of there with a prompt. You can create generators. You can export your products into PDFs. I have created a tool inside of Google AI Studio versus with some of the other generators that you have to take the images and then you have to take it into Canva and resize it and all of that. One of my generators actually outputs the product inside of a PDF, which skips the step of you having to do that inside of Canva. Now that you can just download it and actually sell whatever it is that you are creating. And you are able to share your tool via a link with your audience if you decide to go that route and actually sell what you are creating. Now, when it comes to the pricing, when it comes to Google AI Studio, Google AI Studio has changed up their pricing since last year when I first came to know Google AI Studio. Now they do require all new users to pay as you go based on your API calls for your generators that you are creating. I know a lot of you may say, oh, I don't want to pay for something. Well, it's very affordable. Like I say, it's very small amounts that you are charged when you are calling on your API. I'm talking about pennies on the dollar. But like I said, with Google AI Studio, you do have to prepare your usage up front in order to use Google AI Studio now for any new users. But if you are creating anything and you are selling the app or you are creating products that you're just going to actually sell, that you can actually make your money back by making sales off of your product. Now, the only thing with Google AI Studio, you cannot host your tools publicly as a standalone website. You will have to deploy it inside of Google AI Studio, and you have to share the link that way. Or else, if you would like to share what you created inside of Google AI Studio, you will share it with the user, but just take note that they do have the option to be able to take what you created and create their own version of it. So that is the catch-22 when it comes to Google AI Studio. Now, my take on this Google AI Studio, this is my perfect building tool I use for myself. I use it for my content because it creates an all-in-one for me. When I create my content every single week, I have created my own tool that creates my captions, my hooks, my call to actions, my photos, all of that all in one. Okay. So yes, I will pay the extra pennies in order to speed up my process. So I have created some generators as well that I have sold to my customers. So, like I said, if you think about it, one or two sales will actually cover the cost of what you are creating inside of Google AI Studio. So, that is one of the platforms that you can use to create your AI tools and apps in. And that is one of the ones that I use on a daily basis. Now, Canva. I know a lot of us are familiar with Canva. We use Canva for a lot of different reasons inside of their platform as well. So Canva, it's best when you are, like I say, you want to create your digital products in Canva, you can. Like I said, Canva has a code generator that you can create prompts quickly. Now, it's very good for those who are Canva freaks, and but if your audience already use Canva, it's easy for them to you could teach them and follow along with Canva as well. You can generate prompts and create your digital products. You can design your templates and export as PDF. But the only thing about Canva is that when inside of Canva code, it does not create the visuals like how ChatGPT does. Canva creates the actual prompts. You will have to take the prompt into another platform to actually create your actual visual. So that is the only thing about Canva. That is as of, I rechecked that as of last week. Now, unless they done changed since I've done my homework, I have several tools that I have created inside of Canva, and it will not outproduce the actual final product. It will only give you the prompt that you can take into, Google AI Studio, Gemini, or ChatGPT, something like that. Now, in order to use this feature inside of Canva, you will need Canva Pro if you guys are paying for the $15 a month plan. So you just check your account and I'll show you exactly what that looks like when we go inside of Canva. Now, like I said, this is my go-to if you are already on Canva, and if you just want to simply create something that creates prompts, Canva is a great tool to do that as well. Now, one of my favorites, like I said, I've been using this platform probably since way before C19. Is Claude.ai. It is getting better by the day. Now, Claude is best for writing and building out artifact tools, and they call them HTML and artifacts inside of Claude.ai. Now, along with the HTMLs, Claude can build out your websites, your social media, your landing pages, all of that as well. So besides ChatGPT, I do use Claude very, very heavily to create a lot of my content and to build out a lot of my website and landing pages things. Now, excuse me, what you can do inside of Claude, like I said, you can write your copy and your strategy. You can build full HTML websites inside of the chat. You can create your artifacts, and you can create prompts and full business system plans inside of Claude.ai. Now, Claude does have a free plan for those who have never heard of Claude.ai or you just beginning, but keep in mind with the free plan, there is a messaging limit. Claude does have a pro plan. It's like $20 a month. You get a lot more usage that you are able to do. So just keep in mind, I will tell you, because I am a daily Claude user, that creating artifacts and HTMLs and all of that inside of Claude takes a lot of the usage. So if you feel like you're going to be using this platform a lot and you like how it is outputting the information that you are getting, I would suggest that you upgrade to the $20 plan so that you won't hit your messaging limits. Now, the only thing with Claude, you cannot host the thing directly onto your site. You will have to deploy the HTML artifact. You can use sites like Netflix and GitHub to actually deploy the artifacts that you create inside of Claude.ai. Now, like I said, this is what I use to build right in to help it think for me. In the part 4 of this series, we're going to be talking about how to actually create websites using AI. And so that's the platform that I will be showing you exactly how I use Claude to do that. And then finally, as most of you guys know, ChatGPT, you can create your custom GPTs inside of ChatGPT as well. Very, very similar to some of the platforms that I'm talking about now. With ChatGPT, it seems to be getting better and better by the day as well. As you know, you guys can create quick content, brainstorming, you can create your images, build GPT tools, all of that inside of ChatGPT. So like I said, you can create your GPTs and anything that you want for ChatGPT, depending on whatever it is that you want your app or your tool to be for. Like I said, the ones that I use on a frequent to create my images is going to be ChatGPT or Google AI Studio. And if I'm doing anything with copy and captions and all of that, or prompts, or I need prompts, it's going to be Claude or it's going to be Canva. Okay. And got most of you guys, if you don't know, Chat has a free plan, but they also have a $20 plan as well too. So my take on ChatGPT: you can create fast content and images. You can build out your own custom GPT by taking your time and setting up with the right instructions. So it just depends on how, you know, in depth that you want that specific GPT to be. Now, the last app that is very popular, I sat through an app class maybe a couple months ago, and they talked about this platform called Lovable. Now, I'm not going to do a whole lot of talk about Lovable. I have yet to go into Lovable to build anything, but based off what I have heard about Lovable, very similar to some of the other platforms that I'm talking about right now. You are able to go in there and build out, apps and tools that you would like to use for yourself, for your business. And you will have to check on their pricing with Lovable as well. I know they have a free tier, but they also have a paid tier as well, just like with some of the other platforms. Your free tier comes with limitations, and then your paid tiers come with more that you can do for us. So those are the 4 to 5 platforms that I know of that I have used or I have done myself, have created either a AI tool, I have created an AI app, I have used it for my own business needs, or I have created something to serve my audience either on social media or inside my group. So those are the platforms that you guys can take note of. You can do your own research, you can price compare. You can actually take the prompt that I gave you guys into each one of those platforms, and you can see which one gives you the best output depending on the type of content that you want to create. Now, let's talk about how you can get started when we talk about creating content in a marketing tool. Now, I dropped the prompt in the chat, like I said. So before you create any specific type of content or marketing tool, these are a couple of things that you need to make sure you are extra, 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 extra clear on before you create your tool, so that your tool is able to output the information the way that you want it to come out. Okay. So you need to know your niche. I know you guys may have heard this word for years on top of years on social media or wherever you may be. And you need to know exactly what is it do you sell or you create. You got to get very, very specific, not just I make or I sell digital products. That is not being specific. There are a million on top of a million, 1 and 3,000 type of digital products out there. You need to know exactly what type of digital product it is that you are talking about. The next thing that you need to know when you are creating your content and marketing tool is your customer avatar. Who is your ideal buyer? What does that person, she or he, struggle with? What does he or she want? Okay. You need to know this very, very specifically when you are talking about your customer avatar. And then your industry. What industry are you in when you're talking about your niche, your customer avatar in your business itself? What type of content do you like, or what type of content do you want to create? Is it reels? Is it carousels? Emails, stories? What type of content that you would like to create? What platform that you want to create your content on? And then your tone. What is your tone that you want to be with your captions and your content? Is it motivational, educational, faith-based, humorous? What you got to know all of that as well. And then anytime you are creating any type of content, if you are a seller and if you're trying to create content to make money, you need to know, what are you selling? What is your current offer? What are you selling right now? What your tool should speak directly to this. Okay. You all should always have some type of idea in mind when you are creating your specific type of content. What call to action are you trying to get people to go to? And I'm going to explain to you why most of our content does not convert, because most of us are posting buy this or shop now and link in bio, but it's not connecting to anything. Okay. So when we are creating content, I know you guys have heard me say this before, your content should always do one of 3 things, and it could do more. First of all, when you are thinking about creating your content in your marketing tool, you got to think about, okay, is my content here to educate someone? Is it here to teach them something useful? You want to show your audience how to do something, explain something they did not know, or break down a common mistake. Okay, this is what builds the authority for your business. When they think of your niche, they think of you. Okay, so that is the first pillar of content that you guys should be, your call to action should be going to when you are creating your content as well. The next thing is, do you want to inspire or motivate someone? You want to make them feel something. You can share your win, a struggle, a transformation, a faith moment. Make it relatable with your actual audience, okay? We all know people buy from people they feel connected to. So emotional content creates loyal customers, not just one-time buyers, okay? Those are your repeat buyers. They come back because they have some type of connection to you. And then finally, okay, now you say, Jazz, I don't want to do either one of those. You may want to entertain your audience, okay? You want to make them smile or laugh. You need to be creating something relatable that's humor, behind the scenes moments, surprising facts about your niche. This type of content make people laugh and it gets shared. We all want to get our content shared across social media, okay? So no, just know when people are sharing your content that they're sharing it and it gets in front of new audience, people who do not naturally see your content. So, like I said, when you guys are thinking about creating your tool, every piece of content should do one of these three things. It should lead them somewhere to a comment, an emoji, or your lead magnet. If it does not do both, you guys know it's just noise. So when we asking them to comment something, we're starting conversations. Ask a question, pick a word. The algorithm going to reward engagement. The more engagement you guys have on your content, the algorithm is going to pick up your content and it's going to carry out some more to other people who have not seen your content. Okay. Like I said, you can ask them to reply with some type of emoji. And then I'm gonna always teach. I don't care what I'm teaching you guys, I'm gonna always teach at least some piece of your content needs to be leading your audience to some type of lead magnet that you have for your business. Okay. So educate, inspire, and entertain. Keep those three in mind when you guys are getting ready to build out your content in your marketing tool, deciding on which piece of content for that day that you want your content to fall into. Now, like I said, your content also needs a destination, okay? A lead magnet. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys may have heard this word a lot of times. It's something free that you offer in exchange for an email address, okay? That's the only job of your lead magnet, okay? So for my physical sellers, if you sell anything physical, meaning that you actually create it or you outsourced it and you have it in your hand and you actually ship it out to your actual customers, you can be offering some type of discount code or a care guide or a style lookbook, whatever it is that you're selling. You can offer some type of lead magnet based on your physical business. If you are one of the people who like to sell the digital art on social media, okay, you can offer free designs, but you still need to build some type of funnel in a decision ladder after your digital designs, okay? And if you are a digital product seller, meaning you're selling digital designs, ebooks, planners, templates, whatever it is that you guys are selling, courses or whatever, a lead magnet, checklist, mini guide, template, quiz, results, whatever that case may be looking for your business. Those are lead magnet ideas that you guys can be providing to your customers to get them on your email list. So your decision ladder should be your free lead magnet. Okay. This person gives you their email for an exchange for whatever it is that you're offering them. Your welcome sequence that you're going to build, that you're going to set up after they opt into whatever it is that you're offering them. And then you can have a low ticket offer, mid ticket, and a premium and ongoing, just depending on exactly where you are inside of your business. Okay. Now, before you guys start creating your content in your marketing app, you need to know what type of content works. What type of content are you trying to create? My best suggestion is create content that is easy for you and that's something that's going to keep you being consistent in creating. There's no need to start creating reels if you're introvert and you don't like to be on camera unless you're going to do faceless reels. So, like I said, there are static posts, there are reel and short videos, there are carousels, there are stories. Don't forget emails is another way of creating your content, and then your comment thread. Okay. So these all are different types of contents that you can decide on what type of content it is that I want this app or tool to output for me that I can create for my audience that's going to either educate them, entertain them, or make them laugh. Okay. Now, here is the framework when it comes to building out your prompt for your specific tool. And a lot of people do not know this, and a lot of people do not have this. But your business and your content needs to have some type of framework, okay? So whenever you are building out your content tool, you need to tell it to use a content strategy framework for every output, okay? And that can lead up into whether you want to educate, entertain, or inspire. Okay. And then your call to action needs to be either a comment, an emoji, or lead to a lead magnet, or there is a offer that you want to offer them. It can be that offer as well. You also need your topic categories. You need to have at least 6 to 10 topic categories, okay? Depending on what your business is, who you serve, and all of that. You need to have different ideas of what you want to talk about, okay? You don't want to keep talking about the same t-shirt that you launched 6 months ago or whatever it is. Have different topics, okay? So in this, some examples, you can educate them, like I said, on a specific product. Your customer wins, behind the scenes, mindset, deals and promos, whatever it is that you talk about or you want to draw your audience in when it comes to your specific content. You also need a hook. So for every tool or app that you guys are going to build out, I always ask it to give you at least 2 to 3 different types of hooks for your post. That way you can choose which one that you want to use, and you can also use the other 2 or 3 and repurpose them for any other social media platform that you guys are on. Okay. So I always ask my content generator to give me at least 2 to 3 different types of hooks that I can use. Okay. You can say one can be a question hook, one can be a bold statement hook, one can be a relatable hook. It just depends on, your niche in your business. But I always tell it to give you 2 to 3 hooks. You're going to also always need your call to action. Your call to action is what's going to direct your audience to do something. Okay. Also, always ask for at least 2 to 3 different call to actions. Like I said, you can repurpose them for other platforms. Whether you want them to comment a certain keyword, or you're an emoji, or you want them to comment a word so you can send them your lead magnet link. You want to point them to your offer. So always ask for 2 to 3 call to actions. You also want to tell it. See, a lot of us, we get in, we just say, create me a social media prompt or post, but we're not giving it the specifics on, so it will automatically know what we want. So we won't have to keep that going back in and refining it. So content types, like I just said, make sure you tell it what type of content that you want. You want post captions? Do you want a real script? Do you want carousel slide copies? Make sure that you also tell it what type of content that you want. And if you guys like the emojis and hashtags and all of that, make sure you tell it that as well. And then whenever you guys get finished, I always ask it to give you a copy button so that you can just copy the information and you can go in and save it to your notes app or whatever platform that you guys are using. If you save your content, or if you guys schedule out your content ahead of time, I'll show you some platforms that I use that you can create your content. You guys can do that as well. Now, building in Claude. All right, so let's get with Claude. Now, like I said, when we are building in Claude, Claude actually builds out your artifacts that you are able to create inside of Claude. I'll show you exactly how you guys can. We're gonna do it in live time with Claude, and then you can also take that same content inside of Canva as well. So I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to go inside of Claude. And we're going to pull up Claude. And it's Claude.ai. If nobody has ever heard of Claude before, it's Claude.ai. And I'll paste it in the chat if anybody needs it. All right, so let me grab my prompt. Now, was anybody able to finish the prompt that I put inside the chat? Did y'all fill out the prompt? Okay, let's see who this is.
I did it.
I see you. Okay. You about to take me out with Auntie.
I had to switch systems. Could you put it back in the chat?
Say it again, babe.
I had to switch systems to get on my computer, so I
You want
lost the chat.
Okay. Let me see. We're gonna build out we're gonna see if Sherelle built her
So that was the second part. Here goes the first part of the prompt.
okay. I put it in the chat, Nita. You should have both of them.
Is that what you're looking
Thank
for?
you.
Let me see, Sherelle. Okay, we're gonna roll with it. Now, the thing is, guys, whenever you are and I'm gonna be doing to speed up time because y'all know we got to go to work tomorrow. To speed up time, I'm going to open Claude and Canva code at the same time. And I'm going to show you how you can build it out in both of them. Now, the reason why I am showing you Claude and Canva, like I said, because if you pay for Canva already, this tool is available inside of Canva. ChatGPT takes a little bit more steps in actually building out your GPT, unless you just want to create a separate chat to actually do this. And then with Google AI Studio, like I said, unless you are willing to invest in something that is going to help you speed up time or make you money, you guys can later decide if you would like to go over and try that one for yourself. Okay. So I got Claude and I got let me open Canva.
And Canva, you just go to AI code.
You go to hold on. You go to Canva AI and then you hit code. I'm finna pull it up. I need to make sure that I'm still connected to Okay, so this is Claude.ai for those who have never used Claude before. So it's Claude.ai. Once you get on your home screen, whatever plan that you on, I am going to paste this information. Um, Hopefully, Sherelle, it won't start talking like you, but I'm gonna paste this information that Sherelle gave me inside of this chat, and then I'm going to also let that generate, and then we'll come back and let it generate because it takes a little while, and then we'll work inside of Canva AI, and then I'll let you guys see the difference in how you guys can actually get your output for your specific tool. Okay.
Do we place the same code, the same prompt in Canva?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I pasted Sherelle's information inside of Claude. It pretty much read everything that she wanted. So now all I'm doing is telling that I wanted to create me an artifact tool based off of this information. Like I said, it does take a lot of usage when you are using Claude. So as is, you can see as it is working over here, we're gonna go into Canva. Now, when you go to Canva, most of you guys know you'll go to your home page over here on the left-hand side. Um, Make sure y'all can see my screen. Okay. Click on the Canva AI, and then you'll go to this code right here. Okay. You'll click that code button, and then you'll actually tell Canva the same thing that you just said inside of Claude or whatever your prompt is as well. Okay. Now, with any of these platforms that you guys are using, they're probably going to always ask you a million and one questions before you can actually get the thing done. So, Sherelle, since you are my tester, um, can you see my screen? Yes, we can see
She
your
might
screen.
she might have got knocked off, but oh, she's there. We can see your screen.
Yeah, we see your screen.
Okay. Oh, let me see. Let me go
Ro,
back.
you're muted.
She's talking and muted. Uh-oh.
Sorry, I just lost connection and I just had to log back in.
Okay, it's okay. With Canva, it's asking me a couple of questions pertaining to your prompt. So I'm going. Can you see my screen, Sharia?
Yes.
Okay. So does any of these topics right here relate to your business, or do you need me to tell it to do something different?
Um, the only one is not how to price digital products because I haven't gotten into that yet.
Mhm.
Your content type, posts, captions. I don't really do reels sometimes, but
Okay. Let me go back up and look at what you said. I would say. Okay. We need content. Okay, so what I did was I came into Canva.ai, went to code, I pasted her prompt. So naturally, the generator is going to ask me some more questions. All I did was just kind of reiterate exactly what I wanted. I wanted to build out a tool that's going to output the information that I pasted above. The topics is going to be specifically on what her business is about, and the options that is asking me, those are some of the things that she said that she wanted inside of her generator. So I'm going to hit this go button and we're going to see what it is planning. Okay. So, like I said, with these generators and these platforms, they do ask you a lot of questions. So while it is saying now it's going to be an auntie's voice baked in, we're going to let Canva do its thing over here in the coding, and let's go back and check on Claude. Okay. So now, here is what Claude was able to output for us. Okay. So, here's her engine right here. So she could actually choose her caption type right here, or a content type. She could choose what type of content mode that she wants to select. She could choose whether she want her emojis on or off, niche, and her comment thread. Her topic idea right here. If she has any type of offer or freebie that she wants to put right here, she can. And then it should, I already know who she's talking to, but she can also put who she is talking to. Okay, so let's see what it says right here. So okay, so what I did was I asked it to turn it into an artifact. Like I told you in the beginning of the slides, with Claude, you are building out artifacts inside of Claude.ai, okay? And it's going to create like a HTML code, and it's going to actually output it inside of your account. And it's going to be something that if you want to use it directly inside of Claude, you can, or if you want to deploy it and use it inside of another app like Netflix or GitHub, you can use it inside of those platforms as well. So while that is building out her artifact, let's check on Canva. So here is Canva. Here's your app, Sherelle. So Auntie Sapphire Content Engine. So you get to choose what type of content that you like. So here's your drop down menu right here. So let's just say, Sherelle, we're gonna use the social media caption. What do you want to include? Your target audience, content pillar. We'll just turn most of these off. Now, if some of this stuff in here is what you don't like, remember that you always go back over here inside of your chat to tweak it and tell it to add something or to take away something. So Sherelle, be looking over this while I'm playing with it, and let me know if you want to make any type of changes to this specific app right here, okay?
Sorry, my internet keeps kicking me out of the Zoom.
It's okay, boo. Let me make sure it ain't mine. It might be mine. Why my hotspot keep going out? Okay, so that is your content idea. So
Jazz,
mm-hmm.
can the app make more than excuse me? Can the app make more than one content idea at a time, or does it one by one?
And you can make more. So if you
Okay.
wanted to tell it, I want to create a educational post, and or what I like to do is I like to let it allow me to pick which one that I want to create. So if I wanted to create an educational post and let's just say an inspirational post, I would
Mm-hmm.
say When I toggle on or when I select that specific input, that is what I want you to output. So yes, you can, like I said, with Canva, you can create this any way that you want to. The only thing with Canva is it would not create your visuals for you. So you know how we create the actual visuals when we post to social media and then we create our caption. Canva won't create the actual visuals for you. So you can actually create your tool inside of Canva however you want it to be.
Okay.
Okay, so that's Canva. Sherelle, here is your content engine inside of Claude.ai. Now, as well, ladies, keep in mind when you guys are using Claude or you're using Canva, if you have a specific, Sherelle, you got my brand colors on your app right now. But if there are specific type of brand colors that you want to have, if there's anything fancy that you want to have, all you have to do is let that specific engine know when you are creating it. So this is a start. And this is how you start creating your tool and your content marketing engine. And then you just go back and you keep refining it. So as you can see, you have whatever type of content that you want, your content mode, if you want emojis on, off, hashtags, comment, thread or start. And if you have a specific topic that you want, you can put that over here. So I'm just going to say post captions. I'll leave all of that on. Because you are talking about content, we'll say how to create content as in words. Okay, so we're going to see what it's going to give us over here. Now, she's back on. So, Sherelle, this is your content engine inside of Claude. As you ladies can see, all you got to do is take a simple prompt, get very, very, I'm talking about the more specific you are with this prompt. A lot of times we like to use prompts, or we say we are using prompts when we are actually creating things. But I like to use conversation. So the more conversational you get with whatever tool that you are creating, the better that your generator is going to actually output your information. So, Sherelle, we got a post caption on educating. This will be your hook. What If Being Quiet was actually your biggest content superpower. These are your 3 hooks that you can choose from. So actually you'll just copy whatever one that you want. Now, here is your copy, your main post copy right here. Okay. So we're talking to introverts about creating social media content on Facebook. So here is what you can actually copy and paste. Now, the reason why I am teaching you ladies how to create your marketing and content tool, because you can say, Jazz, I know how to do this. I can go into ChatGPT. I can go and ask it. But it's not so much of you just learning how to create a tool. It's actually learning how to create it correctly so your content will start converting. If you are one of the people who say, I'm always posting on social media, but people's not liking it, people's not following me, they're not sharing it, people are not buying from me, maybe because your content is not asking them to do something or is not doing one of the 3 things, okay? So I love the way that this actually came out in this specific post, okay? So it gave them 4 steps that they can do. Actually, it took what I just told y'all, okay? So it gave her the post. It gave her 3 call to actions, okay? So this is the emoji type of call to actions, like I said. This is the lead magnet right here, because she already told the prompt what her lead magnet was. It's going to pull that information right out of her prompt. And she can go a little bit further. She can actually give it the link to her lead magnet so it can automatically migrate that inside of her comments as well. And then if she has any other type of offer, her clarity content cash method right here, that is her other call to action. Okay. So here is her hashtags. And then here are her comment thread starters. Now, the comment thread starters, I always teach this is anytime you guys post anything on social media, always go back and engage on your own post first. That gives the algorithm, letting the algorithm know that people are engaging on your content. And the algorithm will start picking up your content as well. So, Sherelle, this is your app inside of Claude, okay? And you can also regenerate it if you want a different angle, and then you can also start over, okay? So you can go in, and if there's any specific type of branding that you like or you want to have in your app, you can actually add that up here. If there's anything that you want to edit about your app, this is your content and marketing tool inside of Claude. If you guys are paying for Claude, or if you want to, start a Claude account, and you guys, just like with ChatGPT, we're paying the $20, $25, whatever we're paying a month. Use what you guys are investing in to be able to create the things that aggravates you the most, so that you guys can start creating this specific type of products and stuff faster. So that is inside of Claude. Let me go over here back to Canva. Okay, so we're gonna say that. I don't know what this content calendar slot is, Sherelle. I'm gonna have to look inside of your chat and see what that was about. But Canva, let's see. All right, so where is Sherelle still on?
No, I think she got kicked off again.
Okay, so basically, this is Claude.ai, and what you are creating inside of Claude is an artifact. Like I said, you'll have to use your artifact inside of Claude.ai, and you'll find that over here on the menu side of Claude when you create your account under your artifacts. Now, you do have the option that you can publish your artifact. Now, if you decide to publish your artifact inside of Claude.ai, your artifact will be visible online. So anyone with this link will be able to see your specific artifact that you created, but the prompt and everything that you told it how to create it will stay private. Very, very similar how I was talking about Google AI Studio earlier. If you share anything inside of Google AI Studio without deploying it, and if you sell it or share it, whatever way you do it, the customer will be able to see the app, and they will be able to remix, is what we call it, your specific app. So you have the choice on whether you want to keep this private, or if this is something that you want to sell. Just keep that in mind, that the customer will have the capability of doing that. Now, this is just my own little advice. If I know that those platforms will allow the customer to do that to my specific tool, I'm going to charge you for it. So I'm going to charge nicely for you to have a tool that's going to help you, or whatever the tool is for you to do. And then if you wish to make a copy of it, or take it and do your own little thing with it, that's on you. Okay. So like I said, that is building out your content and marketing app inside of Claude.ai if anybody wants to go this route. Now, Sherelle popped off, but if there's, like I said, that you wanted to add to this or you wanted to change your branding, like I can just say, add a rolling marquee just to make it pretty. I'm just going to show you at the top. Is she back on, Nita?
I'm
Yeah,
back
she
on. I
is.
had to get in from my phone because it
Tell
kept
me
kicking me out.
really quick
Tell you what,
your brand colors.
it's like a teal,
Mm-hmm.
a midnight blue. I changed them,
Mm-hmm.
and a teal, a midnight blue. Okay, wait a minute. And there's like a pink for accent.
Okay, that's good. Um, mm, okay, so like I said, you guys, this is, and you can just keep prompting it and prompting it if there's anything that you see that you want to change, anything that you see that you want to add or you don't like, you just keep doing that specific thing over here inside of your artifact. Now, if you are using Claude and you are creating anything like this, remember I said it's going to be an
Thank you.
artifact. So once it creates it, it's going to pop up over here on the right hand side. So if you was to ever close out this chat and you come back in, you say, oh, I don't see, the thing that was created. Come up here to the top where it says open sidebar. And right here is where your artifacts that you created under that specific chat, that is where you will find your artifacts right there. Okay. So that is how you find that. So while that is doing that one, I'm going to check on Canva to see. Now, when you are creating your tools and apps inside of Canva, you keep prompting and refining over here. The thing that I like about Canva is on some of the platforms, when you create a tool or app, once you make an edit to that specific thing, it changes it and you have to go back and try to find the other version. With Canva Code, it keeps each version over here on the left-hand side. So if it created something in version 3 that I don't like, I liked it better in version 2, I can always use version 2. But what if I said I created a specific tool or prompt generator and I like that for me, but I want to create another version because I want to sell that to someone else? You can always go back and forth whatever version it is that you want to use for yourself, or if you want to use for anyone else. Okay. So basically the same thing with Canva. Sherelle, we're gonna have to find out what this content calendar and monetization angle is. Okay. I got to figure
Yeah, I
out
was wondering what that was because when I did the generator, it didn't have those two.
these two.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't know where those two came from.
okay. I'm gonna go back into your chat and then I'm gonna see exactly. Let's see. Mm,
Canva
yeah,
decided to add his own touch, huh?
yeah,
Right?
um, because it's giving me a content idea. Right. So that's going to be our last little roundabout ways with Canva to get it to actually output. So it has the idea of what I want. It's just actually not putting it out in the actual flow that I wanted. So while that is working, here is your final outlook on your Claude AI generator. So Sherelle, like I said, ladies, you can change it up. You can ask it for whatever you want. So this will be your artifact inside of Claude.ai. Now you guys can use this. I gave you the framework. I told you exactly what type of content you guys should be creating, where it should be leading to, educate, entertain, or humorous type of content, what you guys need to be incorporating inside of your content in your marketing, inside of your captions and inside of your call to actions. It should be leading them to engage on your post, comment some type of keyword or emoji, or it should be leading them to some type of lead magnet. You guys know I always tell you guys you should be having some type of lead magnet to get people on your email list, especially for those who are interested in learning how to start email marketing. So this is just the quickest way that I could show you without having to go into the extra steps inside of ChatGPT and inside of Google AI Studio. If you guys are using any of these platforms, build out these tools using that prompt, get very, very specific in that prompt. So you guys are creating this type of content very, very quickly to show up on social media on a daily basis. So that is the end product of her artifact inside of Claude.ai. Like I say, if there's any changes or anything that she wants to make, she can actually do that inside of Claude and it will do it. Sherelle, I'm not sure if you was here, but at the top, if you would like to publish your artifact, you'll hit this button right here. It will be visible to the public. Or if you just want to use this inside of your Claude account, you can use it right here, okay? Now, when it comes to Canva, this is the basically how you do it in Canva the same way. Over here is where you will put your prompt. You'll keep refining it and tuning it until you like exactly how it is actually outputting the information inside of your generator. It's getting better, Sherelle. It actually needs a little bit more refining. I'll pass this off to you if you want to play with it later on today or tomorrow to actually get it to actually output the information that you want. So basically, depending on what platform it is that you are creating your content for, like I said, same thing. You need to be educating, inspiring, or making something funny inside of your actual content. Now, with Canva, now, couple ways that you can do this with Canva. When you hit the publish button at the top, Canva gives you a domain name inside of Canva. So if you wanted to have some type of link, let's just say you created something and you wanted to sell it to other customers, you can connect your own domain inside of Canva, or you can use the Canva domain that it provides you inside of Canva. Now, if I was going to do that, I would just hit the Canva domain and, you can create your sub path right here if you would like. Let's just say you created a tool for any woman or any person inside of your niche for your industry because they struggle with content as well. So you made a universal type of content marketing tool that they can use as well. So just name your sub path on the back right here and you'll hit publish. Once you hit publish, you will then get a website link and it's going to say preparing your website. You'll get a website link. So that is the link that you would give your customers so that they can you'll copy this link right here. You can hyperlink this link inside of your download template or whatever. This is the link that the customer will get when they come to actually use your app. They will not be able to edit your app using this link right here, okay? They will only be able to use it. So if you are planning on selling whatever you are creating as a digital product, just know once you provide them with this specific link, they will not be able to edit the product that you created, they will only be able to use it. Okay. And then also you do have an option. Let's just say you wanted to use it in a design. You can actually use this design in a website feature inside of Canva. So if you wanted to use it as a website, you wanted to use it as a presentation or anything like that, you have the options to use that as well over here as well. So if I just said website, it's going to open up a new page, and it'll be just like the website template that we always see inside of our Canva screens. Okay, so that is with Canva AI, creating your entire copy in your content flow over here. So let me, was everybody able to, was y'all able to catch that? Because I know I went fast.
Only if we're getting a replay.
Exactly.
Oh, I don't know. She hit record. Did you hit record?
Yeah, it's recording.
Oh,
Okay.
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 Mine's came
Any
up and it was
questions?
working. Mine's came up and it was working, but then it gave me an error. But now I just told it to fix the error, so hopefully it's working through to fix it. It was giving me a fail to load content all of a sudden.
And what platform is that?
In Claude.
Yeah, I got that too in
Just yeah,
Claude.
you hit reload.
Yeah, but I kept reloading, it wouldn't, it kept doing it. So I told it to I just put in there to say fix the errors, fix the fail to load content error. And so now it's going through again. So hopefully it'll clear itself up.
Okay, awesome, awesome. So, did anybody have any questions about Claude, about Canva, or about what type of content you guys should be creating, how to create your content, and what you should be creating in your content?
I
Anybody have
have
any
one
questions?
question.
Go
Did
ahead.
you say to start building that app, you click on artifacts first?
No, you'll click on artifacts once you build your app. Once you build it inside of your account, that's where you can go to find it. But you can also find it inside of the chat at the top. You'll just click on that little button that says open sidebar.
Okay.
Now, sometimes when I do Claude, and then all of a sudden it'll put it on the side as a look like an app right there. That is the artifact. So sometimes it automatically does it, and sometimes you have to put the code in there for it to do it. I mean the prompt.
Well, whenever I majority talk to Claude or I put anything in here, normally, because I told it, I think we prompted it, normally builds me out an HTML artifact automatically because I just do that daily, every day.
Yeah, because I was shocked when you said do it, because mine's most of the time I do it. Most of the time it'll do it. And then, so in Claude, if it does that, then we just have to use, if we don't want to publicize it, we could just use that HTML link all the time to access it, right?
Now, if you're not going to share your artifact with anyone, you can just use it directly inside of Claude.
Okay. But if we want to sell it, like make a copy of it, then we will So we have to publish it in order to give it out, or could you just get a link out?
Now you'll have to now if you, the only way that you can give the link out, but you'll have to download it. And when you download it to your computer, it's still going to download as an HTML. So you'll have to either deploy it inside of Netflix or use GitHub to actually get another link that you can give it to. And give them the actual link to. But when you publish the artifact and share it, you're actually giving them the link as well, but they won't see your brains and the prompt behind it, but they'll actually get to see the prompt, and then Claude is going to give them the option to be able to edit your specific app.
Because I did that on one of them, and one of my things, I put it inside of, I went into System and took the HTML code, put it in the classroom. So when you selling it and you got it in the classroom and I put it in there, they're not able to see or even copy it. It just pops up as a course.
That's how you did it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you put it in System.io and it's in the course, they can't edit that part.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll only be able to use it.
Yeah.
What was the other deployable app that you said? GitHub?
GitHub, GITHUB.
Okay, because Claude had told me about the other one and how to set up the account. But so thank you for that.
Is it the other one? Is Netflix? Netflix?
Netflix, NETFILY. I think that's how you spell it.
And you use those two to what?
Deploy your app from deploy your artifact from Claude. Now, like I said, ladies, those are the two ones that I use since if you want something kind of fast, you don't want to have to go through the extra I guess steps, with GPTs, you have to go in and create your instructions, then you have to upload all of your prompts and stuff inside of them. Now, GPTs are a great way if you want to actually get your copy and create your visual. Like I said, Chat GPT is updating very frequently how they're creating out your visuals and all of that. Google AI Studio is one of my favorites. I pay for it because, like I said, it's an all-in-one for me. Even when I am creating like my planner pages and things like that, it automatically outports that stuff in a PDF format for me. I don't have to go into Canva. Canva frustrates me. And I don't have to go into Canva. So that is another platform if you guys want to check that out over there. And then, like I said, you can go into Canva Code right here. I'm not going to spend too much time refining her content engine over here, but as we keep going and playing with it, we can get more specific on exactly how we wanted to output our information. And then Claude.ai is the other option that you can use over here as well. Now, I thought my screen was sharing. Hold on 1 second. So, like I said, and that is how you can deploy or use each one of your apps that you wanted to create if you created in Canva or Claude as well. So now that you guys know what type of content you need to be creating, how you need to create your content so that you can get people to either engage on your content or follow your content, share your content, or lead them to somewhere, either it's a lead magnet, your offer that you are offering, or you may have another page or social media account, whatever that is. Now, after you have created all of your content, now let's talk about very quickly the visual aspect of your content. Okay. So we're finna get ready to wrap it up. These are the last few things that I need to share with you guys. Hold on. Where did it go? And if anybody has any questions about the Claude AI or the Canva, let me know inside the chat as well. So you guys know when you create your captions and you create your hooks and all of that, most of us want to create some type of visual that actually goes with our content, right? So our visual is not for decorations. Our visual is the hook, and it should capture your reader's attention before they actually read your actual caption. Okay, so your image or your visual, like we like to call it, should stop the reader's scroll, okay? And then get them to actually read your captions and the information that you put inside of your caption. Your visual and your caption needs to match, okay? So if your caption is about selling a product or outselling a product, your graphic need to match your specific type of caption that you are creating. So don't lose them because your graphic does not match up with what exactly you are talking about, okay? Inside of your graphic, put some type of bold line, which we like to call a hook, okay, to get them to stop. And then you can also use your face inside of your graphics as well. People are creating the AI twins or whatever it is, if you like to use that or not. But a lot of people like to relate to something they feel like is real. So here is, I think it's inside of your book as well, but you can also use a prompt that you would like to create your visual with when you are creating your caption and your hooks. I mean, your caption and your posts. Now, like I said, make sure that you take whatever your caption is about and your visual matches that specific type of content that you are creating as well. Now, once you have created your content, once you have decided on what type of content that you want to create, you've already did your prompt. Now you've created your tool in whatever platform that you want to create your tool for that's affordable for you. You have the way that it is spitting out the content that you like. You have created your visuals to actually go with your content. Now, the next thing that you need to decide to do is whether you're going to post your piece of content directly right then inside of your social media account, or if you want to use some type of scheduling tool to actually schedule out your content. Now, you know that if you are a Canva user, that Canva has a scheduling tool that you guys can use inside of Canva as well. There are a lot of other scheduling content, Hootsuite, so many others. But there is one that I use outside of Facebook that I schedule out my content, and that is Content 360. Don't know if you guys have ever heard of it before, but Content 360 is the same exact platform that I showed you inside of the group last week that I created my content and scheduled it out for the rest of the week. So while you guys are creating your posts and you're sitting down on a Sunday or Saturday evening, you say, okay, I'm decided on what I'm going to talk about for next week. I'm ready to schedule everything out. Now go ahead and schedule out your content for the week. Now, for me, what I did was I have my Facebook account, I have my YouTube channel, and I very rarely post the Instagram. But what I would do is I'm going to come inside of this platform and let me find Sherelle post. All I would do is I would have this up the same time that I am actually creating my content. So I'm going to choose the platform that I want. Let's just say Facebook, okay? I'll choose which type of content that I am creating. Post real story. Do I want to share this to my Facebook story? Yes, I will. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to paste the information. Oh, come on, mouse. I'm going to go ahead and schedule out my post, okay? The reason why I told you to tell whatever tool or app that you are building to give you 2 or 3 posts, because what if you are on 3 different social media sites? Now you have 3 different hooks that you can stop people with on 3 different platforms. You also have your main content that you can use right here. So I'm going to let's see. Okay. Okay, so then you can go back in here and you can, fix it up however you like. I'm not a fan of a whole lot of emojis, guys, but okay. And then let's see what her call to action. So I just love her. I love this auntie stuff. Okay, and then at the bottom, you have more options and stuff that you can use down here as well. Just like with some of the social media platforms. So let's just say she has a visual that she wants to upload. She can use some stock photo. If you're not very good with prompting inside of social media, in ChatGPT, you can use the GIFs if you want to. You can describe your AI image. Canva, you can connect it to your Canva account. So many other options that you guys can use, okay? If you created your own visuals, you can upload them here. So these are some of the things that I have created for my other accounts. I upload them here. So let's just say she wants to use the stock visuals, and we'll just say because she's talking about social media, we'll just use this right here, okay? So now, if I'm using 2 or 3 different platforms, I could choose which platform that I wanted to post to, or I could choose that I wanted to post to all of them. So if I wanted to post to Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, well, let's just say Facebook and YouTube. I'm going to take Instagram off. Choose which platforms that you want to create this content for, post your content, upload your photo, have your call to action. I'm going to remove this part right here. And then now you can schedule your post now, post it now, or you guys can pick a time. I tell my ladies all the time about scheduling that content. Schedule out your content as far as you can. So, you can schedule out as far as it lets you. But whatever time that you pick, make sure that you check your analytics inside of your account to make sure that it's a time that most of your audience is active. So let's just say we wanted to schedule this for tomorrow. I'll just say 10 a.m. And now I'm going to hit schedule. So now that piece of content is scheduled. So if, like I said, I'm gonna look at my calendar, and as you can see, I have all type of pieces of content already scheduled out for my account, okay? So that is how you guys can take whatever tool that you guys are creating, and if you want to schedule out your content all at once, you can do it that way. Or if you are a native person and you like to create your content inside of whatever platform that you are using, you can use it that way as well, okay? So that is the other way on how to actually create your content and share it. I'm finna check the chat in just a second. I see y'all.
For Content 360, can you post to your Facebook group as well, or just your main Facebook page?
Business pages.
Your
Okay.
business page.
Business pages.
Okay.
Your business page.
I think most of the schedules are like that. I think for your personal, you got to go to right to the page. It seems like all the schedule things you only can post to a page.
So that is how I bulk schedule out. Like I said, if you want to bulk schedule out, you have different platforms that you are creating content on, and you want to do it that way, you can use that platform as well. So that is pretty much how I create my content apps, using the same thing that I just basically told y'all, knowing who I'm talking to, what my business is selling, what type of offers do I have? Am I promoting my lead magnet? Am I promoting an offer? Am I trying to get them to engage so I can get my analytics up? Knowing exactly what your purpose is of why you are creating that piece of content is going to help you out much better than you just getting on social media every day saying, oh, I need to post a piece of content and I don't know what I don't know exactly who I'm supposed to be talking to. Okay. So I'm going to check the chat to see if anybody had any questions, anything that you wanted me to go over very quickly pertaining to creating your own content tool and marketing tool inside of AI. Okay. And then I'm going to tell you very quickly how you guys can maximize this into another stream of income. And then we're going to end tonight's call. And then I will hopefully see everybody again for our next session. Okay.
Did you say you were going to do something with visual or video or no?
With the visual, I just told you exactly how you can go in and create your actual visuals with your inside of ChatGPT to go with your actual caption. Most of you guys probably know how to create visuals. If you want to use some type of face swap or AI twin, or if you want to create infographic, a lot of people are using that with ChatGPT now. It has a whole bunch of words and stuff on it and pictures. You can use it that way. For me, I just use a simple photo with a hook over it, because before they even click on my post and try to read it, I'm going to try to stop their scroll just by seeing my photo. And I'm going to put some type of hook on them to make them realize and stop to say, wait a minute, I need to see what she's talking about. So what type of visual that you want to create for your specific brand and for your account is based on totally on you, your audience and your business. But those are just some examples of ways that you guys can create the visuals to actually go with your content. Now, like I said, Claude is doing a better job. It will create some type of visual, but it's not the best. Canva will not do it. Google AI Studio does. Like I said, I use Google AI Studio for all of my content. And like I said, if you want to do Chat GPT, you can. So now that you guys have seen how to build out the tools inside of Claude and inside of Canva AI, now your job is to tweak it to sound exactly like you, okay? So if you use something generic, like I said, you can use it to get more specific to your business. But if this is something that you feel like you see a lot of people in your industry, in your niche is struggling with, and you want to create something that's going to help them, then refine it so once they use it, they can use it seamlessly. It'll output the information exactly how they need it. So use it daily. Like I said, run your own content through it and refine it to you, like it how you want it for your business. You can sell a copy of it to your own niche with whoever you see in your niche. When they saying they struggling with marketing content, there's your opportunity for you to create something. You're creating a shortcut from them. Okay. The third way, how you can make money off of what you just saw tonight, you can teach it to other people. Host your own classes, just like this one. Charge people to show up to see how you build out something in Claude. How do you create an app in Claude? How do you create an app in Canva Code? A lot of people don't even know that tool is available inside of Canva. Okay. You can take what you created, like I said, and sell it as a digital product. You can package as a start guide. I'm not sure if many of you are inside of my Facebook group, but a couple of weeks ago, that's exactly what I did to draw up the engagement. And I offered them something that they can use. I went inside of Claude and I created an artifact. I took the link into Netflix and I dropped it inside of my group. Now they had a chance, they can create product ideas. They can create what should they post ideas. That is a way that you can offer freebies for people to sign up for your email list. Okay. And if you want to outright sell exactly what you guys created as well, you can list it in your store as well, and that is passive income. If you are into email marketing, you are doing email marketing, the same captions that you guys created for your actual post, those can become your email subject lines. I talk a lot about the email subject line. That's the number one thing that needs to be perfect to get people to stop and open your email. Email is just like social media. When we see emails inside of our account, if it don't look enticing to us, we delete it. If it look like it's messy and it's something we need to know, we're gonna open it. Okay. So you can repurpose that into your emails subject lines. And then, like I said, you can also build out an entire full system with whatever you guys create. Okay. You can use it as a freebie. You can use it to build your email list, set up your automated sequences and all of that. So that is creating the AI tool and marketing tool inside of AI tonight, building it with AI part one. So do I have any questions when it comes to Canva or Claude AI? You guys can feel free to come off of mute if you need to ask me any questions.
That link that Canva generates, can you add that to System.io?
You can add, let me think, Sherelle, because it gives you a code. I have not tried it. Might be something I might be worth working on. Let me show you. But you know, with System.io that there is a specific way that you have to have your code to start off with. So, but if you create something inside of Canva and you want to upload it inside, and this goes for not just for System.io, for Shopify or anything like that, guys, if your platform allows you to upload a HTML code, it's worth you and you want to keep your products private, because I'm just going to be real with you with the digital marketing, digital products and all of this stuff and PLR and all of this stuff. People don't follow the rules these days, and they will take your product, they will unlawfully sell it or give it away or whatever, whatnot. But if you want to protect your work, there are several ways to do that. But once you create something inside of Canva right here, you can click on this show code. This is called your HTML code right here. Now, Sherelle and my System.io users, just be aware that there is a certain format that System.io HTML codes have to be, but it is worth you trying it out. You can take it inside of Claude or whatever. If it doesn't work, and tell it to put it in the System.io format for you right here. But that is how you see your code right there.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Ladybugs. Any more questions on building out your content and marketing tool inside of those two?
I didn't get a chance to play with the prompt that you put in, but I will. And this will, because I caught like I was at the top, I didn't catch the whole class. Is this going to be on a recording?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. I'll ask my questions later once I do the prompt then.
I'll talk to you. I'll let you know.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
I'll let you know. Barbara, I did paste the workbook for you again. I pasted the workbook for you in this chat if you wanted to go ahead and download that. So make sure if you have not had a chance to download the workbook for day one, I'm putting it in the chat one more time. It will disappear once we end the call. The actual prompt that I used tonight for Sherelle's, I posted it at the beginning of the call. That prompt is inside of this workbook as well if you missed it. Okay. So just make sure that you download this workbook if you can. On the next session, it'll be a totally different topic. We'll be talking about how to build out a different type of product, a digital product. And so I won't have this part right here in it. So was anybody able to follow along with me and create your own content tool or app? Or was y'all just watching me?
I wasn't able to follow along, but I got it done.
Yeah.
I'm not fooling with you tonight. Well, I'm glad you got it done, ma'am. I'm glad you got it done. But the most important thing, outside of you guys learning, oh, yay, Tanya. Outside of you guys learning the different platforms, my job tonight was to basically show you the different platforms people are using to create AI tools and apps. If you guys see anybody in these Facebook groups and all over social media, and they're creating generators and apps and all of those, out of one of those tools I just showed you tonight, that is one of the platforms that they are using to create those specific type of apps, okay, and tools. When it comes to creating content and marketing, a lot of us struggle because, first of all, we don't know who we're talking to, why are we even talking to them, and what we're trying to get them to do. So that is the very reason why in the beginning of this call, I talked about you got to know your niche, your audience, your avatars, all of that. I sell digital products is not a niche, okay? We got to learn how to get very, very specific so our content will learn how to match and reach the people that we are trying to sell to, okay? You guys need to know what type of format. Why are you even creating this piece of content? Am I trying to engage? Am I trying to inspire? Am I trying to educate? A lot of my content is educational type content. I will throw in inspirational type content when I am talking about my specific niche, which is faith-based. But you got to know why you are even creating this piece of content, okay? And then once you build out these specific tools, these tools are not made to just sit on your computer or in your whatever platform you created them with just to be there. Utilize them, guys. A lot of us work 9-to-5 jobs. We're tired. We want to create content, but we don't. Use what you are building to help you be able to show up on social media. Once you guys have created your tool that you are using, create you some type of SOP plan that will help you to be able to take what you have generated and then put it somewhere where you either able to post it immediately or schedule out your content ahead of time. And then once you guys have done that, now the next thing is consistency, okay? Keep showing up. Keep doing the same thing every single week. The more you do it, the more that the algorithm is going to start picking up your posts, more people are going to start seeing your content. If you only post content once every month, people will never be able to see your content and you won't be able to make any type of money. And I know the end goal is when we are creating content, we want to make some type of money, okay? So that is how you guys are able to create your own type of tool, marketing, and your content tools inside of AI, depending on whatever AI platform that you want to use. That's totally up to you. I gave you several options inside of your PDF. I also explained to you the pros and cons of those options as well. So now it's time for you guys to take what you've learned, do your own homework, and decide on which platform you want to create your own marketing tool and content tool if you guys really want to create content inside of 2026. So that is my little spiel. I thank everybody for jumping on tonight, actually watching me create. Sherelle, thank you for allowing me to use you as my example. I'm going to send you that information in the chat as soon as I get off of the call so you can take that and refine it to your own specific needs. Before we end the call, does anybody have any other questions for me? We will have another series on this Saturday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time as well. So anybody have any other questions? You're welcome, Miss Jones.
How come? Okay, I'm in Canva, right? And it generated my content, but my copy doesn't work. Like it'll say copy, but when I try to paste, it doesn't.
Canva does tend to want to do that. I have to keep going back and telling, hey, my copy button is not working. And then after so long, Nita, what it'll do, it'll ask me to press one of these F buttons at the top of my laptop, and it's going to open up a screen. Canva gonna do its own job to figure out why it's not doing that. But I remember that I had that one that I was supposed to be working for you guys. It was giving me that problem. It wasn't copying the information as well.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I have done it. I'll tweak it if I need to. I'll play with it.
Great job. Great job. All right, ladies. Well, thank you guys for tuning on, and I look forward to seeing everybody for part 2 of the series on this coming Saturday.